Hello and welcome to the stock market analysis. Let's continue to take a look at supermicrocomputer SMCI. Now the stock actually had a very bad sell-off here as it broke below this support area. Later I'll tell you why this was a strong support area and why the stock had a nasty sell-off. But the day after that it had a bottoming tail and thus a very nice rise here. But currently the stock actually is at a resistance area. Now, first of all, it is at the declining 20 MA, form a little bottoming tail here that might hint of a bearish reversal, and it is trading at the previous support area, which once broken becomes a new resistance or supply area. Now, the reason why the area is a very strong support area in the past is because there was a triangle pattern, and the apex of a triangle, as you know, is a very strong area of support, which is why once the stock broke below the support area, there was a very big sell-off. But it has recovered all the sell-off, but we will have the price supply area or resistance area, and also the possible 50 MA psychological resistance area. Now, what we want to do is to draw trend lines and see whether it can break above this downtrend line. Now, one of the most interesting thing about stocks is if you want to see a sustainable rise, a sustainable bullish reversal, you need to see as the stock breaks above the downtrend line, 20 MA and the 50 MA. It must go above all this. Now, I don't know how it might do. For example, here in the past, it has been trading sideways, but you can see the moment it broke above this downtrend line, you can see a significant rise in the stock for a period of time. Now, we also want to see the same thing here, because the break of a downtrend line signals a change of bearish downtrend to a start of a base one and then a start of a stage 2 uptrend. So if you extrapolate like this, maybe it might go up. It needs to absorb the supply here. Supply is another word for people who lost money in the stock as it crashes, and it needs to absorb the supply here, maybe going up, trading sideways and breaking higher, or it could go down again to form a possible double bottom before breaking above this downtrend line. So that is what I'm looking for. So at this moment, the oversold bounce is over. It can be quite dicey to buy here unless it trades sideways a bit before breaking out higher. Now, one thing is very important is you need to know where is the direction of the major indexes, meaning the S&P 500, the Dow, and the QQQs, which represents the Nasdaq Composite, because 75% of the stocks follow the direction of the main indexes. That's why I advise you to look at my daily analysis of the major indexes, S&P 500, Dow, and QQQ, to know what is going to affect your stock. So, for example, SMCI, I think is a new component in S&P 500. Guess what? If the S&P 500 falls tomorrow, what will happen? Most likely it will decline. So, do join my channel, subscribe to it to listen to my daily analysis of the US stock market. I also look at gold, crude oil, and also Bitcoin as well. So that's an extra bonus for you because cryptocurrencies are very important nowadays. So this is a weekly chart. You can see the triangle here, the downtrend line. Right now, what is helping it is that it is sitting at the 20 MA support. The 20 MA can sometimes be a support. I mean the weekly 20 MA. Now, the rising 50 MA and 200 MA points to us that we should be bullish in the long term. We are in a mid-term weakness in long-term strength. So this bullish candle here indicates that it wants to slow down. It wants to go back up. So that is something good. And I will take the lows of this candle here, this one. And if the stock manages to stay above this low here for the next few weeks, most likely we might bottom and trade back above the this downtrend line and move higher and see whether we can go back to the former highs here. So if you look at the hourly chart, you can see this resistance really kicking in around here. It has made a higher low, a higher high, here a high, a higher high, higher high, but it is still below the 200 MA in the 60-minute chart, so it can be quite dicey for you long the stock, and it's also still below the downtrend line here. So what we need for it is to maybe another sell off, double bottom, or trade sideways and then break above the downtrend line. So with that in mind, let us go to the seasonality chart of SMCI. It's always important to look at seasonality chart because it might give us some clues. So I just used 5 years of data, of course, because May hasn't finished. 2020 to 2023, last month wasn't a good month. 40% of the time only it went up, but in May, June and July it has been tremendous for the stock. It's gone up 75% of the time, closed higher than it opened 75% of the time, with average gain of 34.6% in May. In June, not so much gain, but at least closed higher. And in July, it is good for this stock. 100% of the time it went higher, with an average gain of about 20.3%. You can go to stockschart.com and have a look at it. But so with that in mind, we know May, June, July might be good for a stock. Maybe you might want to see it form a double bottom and then trade back up. Okay, so monthly wise, what is it doing? Let me just remove all the drawings. No significant area of support. This nice move up is what we might call a fair value gap. Very nice move up with nice support only around here. So at least right now it declines. It has not gone way down until here, so it is still quite a bit strong. Now let's go back to the weekly chart and have a look at the stock MACD indicators, which I find is quite useful. Many times you can see that at this moment the MACD histogram has still not really bottomed yet, still in middle range of the stochastics. So we might need to see maybe just a few more weeks before, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, to really see it can bottom out or not. If not, we might see more potential sell-off in the future. So do take that into consideration. But one thing that might help to lift the stock is the daily MACD, where this is a bullish cross, right? So what we need to do is a bit more patience going into May to see whether it can really break the downtrend line. Let me just draw it again, all right? For a sustainable rise, you always want to see it break above the downtrend line. So I hope that this analysis helps you, and I'll see you in the next one.